Hello, this is Charlie Hanovich at Crest Capital with another podcast that can be found at www.crestcapital.com. Most small businesses require equipment in order to operate, from computers, furniture, to fleet cars, but simply don't have many funding options. For a small to mid-sized company, regardless of current economic and market conditions, financing the acquisition of equipment rather than using cash may offer significant benefits while mitigating risk. The Equipment Leasing and Finance Association, ELFA, has furnished us with 10 tips for intelligent equipment finance. Tip 1. Flexible financial solutions. The types of financing solutions equipment finance companies offer, especially leases, are flexible and can be tailored to specific accounting, tax, or cash flow needs. They run the gamut from fair market value lease transactions and capped F&V leases to full payout loans. Tip 2. Capital preservation. Investing in large capital expenditures often represents big financial risk, especially for small companies. Financing versus spending cash can help mitigate the uncertainty of investing in a capital asset that may not yield the desired return, increase efficiency, cost savings, or future sales. For instance, lease payments can often be matched to the productivity the equipment produces. Tip 3. Improved expense planning. Maintaining cash flow and budgeting is another tip to consider about equipment financing. Instead of considerable capital outlays resulting in huge budget fluctuation, financing enables expense planning. Tax considerations also come into play. Full payout leases or equipment loans allow the borrower to take depreciation on the asset acquired, whereas an operating or fair market value lease allows the borrower to take lower payments but no depreciation. A loan, on the other hand, allows you to lock in your payments for the expected life of the asset, whereas a lease provides lower expense for the expected time of use. Tip 4. Business cycle flexibility. Flexibility is another key aspect of equipment lease financing. Some types of leases allow for seasonal business fluctuations, lower monthly payment while a project is ramping up and revenue not yet being generated from the equipment, and other specific circumstances your business may be experiencing. Tip 5. Up-to-date technology. The ability to have the latest equipment is important in today's business environment. Many businesses, from airlines to graphic designers, couldn't afford to buy outright the equipment they need to be competitive and thrive. By funding equipment acquisitions through term financing, they are often able to acquire more and better equipment that may have been out of their reach if they only considered acquiring it through a cash purchase. Tip 6. Equipment experts. Some equipment finance companies are equipment experts and offer equipment specialties which other sources of finance do not. Equipment finance specialists have special relationships with manufacturers and distributors. Many equipment financiers specialize in certain equipment types or industry categories, such as IT, office equipment, manufacturing, medical, or any other equipment at that fact. Tip 7. Manage obsolescence. The risk of owning obsolete equipment, for instance, IT equipment, computers, is eliminated if you use lease financing for your acquisition, since many agreements allow for easy and fast equipment updates. Further, most financiers handle the disposal and other ownership burdens of equipment when it's time to upgrade. Tip 8. Dependable asset management. Dependable asset management, knowing where your equipment is being used, how much, when it's time to upgrade it, is an important service that many financing companies offer. A good asset management program tracks the equipment throughout its life cycle, from delivery to installation, use, maintenance, and finally deinstallation. Tip 9. Equipment disposal. The convenience of having equipment managed by a third party, such as an equipment leasing and finance company, allows businesses to focus on core operations. With lease financing, for instance, you may essentially outsource the equipment management function so the financing company can handle its disposal or resell when it's time to retire the asset. Tip 10. Reduced risk. Equipment purchases involve risk to the owner, from equipment expertise to capital outlays, from asset management to obsolescence, which become the burden of the equipment owner. Financing removes many unnecessary risks, allowing you to focus on your business. Finance your next equipment purchase and experience the many advantages firsthand. Get started by contacting Crest Capital today. Simply visit www.crestcapital.com, access the online application on the left-hand side of the navigation. A one-page app is here, ready for your approval.